Greetings! Welcome to the Intoxicated Flamingo. I am your host, Jen. So today we're doing things a little differently because Halloween is on Monday. So I have my husband here. You can't see him, but yeah, and it's funny too. We're both wearing the same shirt. What?
They can see me in the other camera.
Well, that's your cat. I'm sorry. I'm having issues. There's a cat.
You can piece the two videos together.
Then why not just be on camera right here? Do you see what I have to deal with? So this is my husband. So today I was thinking that instead of doing a craft, we would talk Halloween movies. He almost looks like he's watching the inside of your camera.
My video footage is going to be all fuzzy.
Because there's a Carter head in the way. There. Okay. And we're wearing microphones because you can't hear him on a normal day. So there's a lot of me going around. Huh? What? Huh? So, okay, so we were going to start off. I wasn't planning on drinking, but we've got these little fireballs from somebody's birthday. So, cheers. Cheers. All right. Really? You're going to sip yours?
I like to taste it.
Oh, I can taste it just fine.
It's nummies.
Oh my God, liquid cinnamon. Yeah. Atomic fireball. It just went, ooh. Okay, I'll wash that down. It's like we're twinsies today.
I know, did you do that on purpose?
I did not do that on purpose. Okay, so anyways, so Halloween themed movies. There are certain ones I really like, and there's others I just stay away from. And so I thought it would be better to have two of us kind of going back and forth instead of you just hearing my ramblings of Halloween movies. So some of my favorites, my top three favorites, is Beetlejuice, Sleepy Hollow, and Lost Boys. Do you have
Lost Boys is
Lost
up there.
Boys is up there, yeah. You know, that's probably the only one I haven't watched this year. I've watched a lot of the others, but I haven't watched Lost Boys. We stream a lot of things, and I'm just too lazy to go look. If it pops up on the screen, I'm like, oh, hey, watch that. So I know that a lot of the typical ones I see on TV during this time of the year, you have Ghostbusters. There's just about anything by Tim Burton. I thought you had a comment or something. You're just
Ghostbusters.
Well, I know you do. That's why we're together. So there's the Addams Family, of course, any of the Addams Family. But then they also do a lot of the Chucky movies. They do a lot of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, Halloween, Scream, and it just seems like they're always replaying a lot of the same ones. So I thought, there's some others out there. Some of the ones that I think we should see more of would definitely be Gremlins. I mean, you don't see Gremlins out that much.
A new remake?
No, not a new remake. Just put them on TV for people to see instead of going with all the new stuff. Not a lot of us care for some of this. Some of the new stuff is really, what was it? The Quiet Place? I'm assuming you couldn't make any noise because the aliens or the monster or whatever it is could find you. That was a newer one. I have no desire to see that one. The commercials creep me out. And what was that one? Cloverfield? That one that we watched?
Did we watch it?
We watched the second one. We didn't realize that they were connected to another one. Yeah, that had John Goodman in it. And I don't know that I like him as a bad guy. But that one, that was a little creepy. And then when she got...
I must have blocked it because I can't remember anything from that.
That's how intense it was. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Now, and then another one that
A creepy one that I really liked was Signs.
Oh, I love Signs. I did.
That freaked me out.
Yeah, the first couple of times until you realize what's going on. And the same thing, that's right up there with Sixth Sense. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense was really good, and I mean, it does kind of spoil it the next time you watch it because now you know what's going on. But it's still, oh yeah, those are really good. Um, but others that I can't even stand to watch the commercials for is Saw. And did you say it was Grudge? The day that everybody, one day out of the year, you're allowed to kill whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there is. I don't. No, I won't. I won't watch those. I don't do gore. Lost Boys and Blade is about as gore as I get.
Blade.
I did not like the second Blade.
I didn't think about Blade.
Yeah, the first Blade's okay. I didn't.
I like all three of
I know you do. I only like the third one, but that's because of Ryan Reynolds.
them.
I love his little snarkiness.
Yeah.
He is. It's so Deadpool. You know. I mean, you just any Ryan Reynolds movie, just put Deadpool in there. That's what you've got. So those are the ones that I don't. I mean, there's others that I really have no desire to see. House of a Thousand Corpses. It was fun watching. Who was it? Raj. Raj on Big Bang Theory. Raj was dating Emily, and he went ahead to watch it himself, and was mortified that this is a movie she loved, and he couldn't handle it. I loved her sense of humor though. When he broke into her dresser, her nightstand, and she's like, "You didn't go in the closet, did you?" He's like, "No." She's like, "Okay." And then after that, he's
No reason.
yeah, no reason, just extremely paranoid. Army of Darkness, I always thought was a good one. That one I always felt was more of a comedy horror. That was where he had the chainsaw, Ash.
Yeah.
He had the chainsaw. And my favorite part in that movie was when he broke the mirror, and it was an image of him, and they all came out of the mirror, and they're all about this big, and they got the little hatchets, and they're attacking him, and he's freaking out. And that's probably the best part out of the whole movie that I can remember. One that has to be one of our favorites, it was our first date. We went to go see Death Becomes Her. Goldie Hawn, I can't remember the other gal's name, but Bruce Willis is in it. And it's kind of I would say a dark comedy. There was comedy in it. They are dead. But you're supposed to take care of your body once you've drinking this potion. And these two were just trying to kill each other, and so now they got to start doing makeup and riggers setting in spots, and they're having issues, so they're having to learn how to repaint themselves. And I think that's where Bruce Willis came in, but he was also part of the love triangle, so it was just, oh my gosh, Bruce Willis was in there. Yeah, he was the.
Recall that.
You don't remember that?
No.
We're gonna have to watch it again.
But that's about it.
That's it, yeah. One that he brought up the other day, Little Shop of Horrors. Oh. That was great. Rick Moranis, Steve Martin. I know there's some others in there, but it's...
All-star cast.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know that was listed as a B movie?
Yeah.
But I like it because and I think... the Rocky Horror Picture Show, that was also a B movie. But I would list both of those more as musicals.
So was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Okay, I never saw that one.
That's awesome.
I saw it on the list, but I've never actually seen that. The Brain That Ate Manhattan or stupid shit like
Mars
that.
Attacks, that was definitely a B movie.
Mars Attacks was a B movie. I love that one. I especially love, was it a person that they put the dog's head on? It was like a poodle. It was a poodle. They were doing that to a lot of things.
Yeah.
There was a poodle body with a woman's head.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that movie, I really didn't like it the first time I saw it, but the more I see it, it's a little bit better.
Start to get the campy stuff.
Yeah. Now, do you remember, I think it was called The Witches or just Witches, and I think it's funny because it was like a children's, I want to say it was aimed more towards kids, but it was this 8 to 11-year-old kid, and he's with his grandma, and they go somewhere and they find out that there's a witch's coven is having a meeting there, and they're after him. Well, they wanted to change all the children into my tongue. Fireball just kicked in. But they wanted to change all the children into mice. And then I guess they were going to eat the mice or something.
Yeah.
And then, when those witches took off their wigs.
Yeah.
This is a children's movie.
Who was the head witch?
She was the same one who played Morticia.
Was she?
Yeah, in Addams Family, it was the same.
The new Addams Family?
No, not the the one that we watched.
No. I mean, it was her.
Yes.
I thought it was that blonde gal that played in the Batman movies and stuff.
Michelle Pfeiffer. That's the only blonde I know that played in the Batman movies. Anywho, but no, she is the one that played in The Witches. And then, my favorite, Interview with a Vampire. I love that one. I hate that they cast Tom Cruise as the vampire Lestat. If you've read the books, and when they did Queen of the Damned, they had it, parts of it were right, most of it was wrong. It just so wrong. But I was glad they didn't have Tom Cruise singing. That was bad enough. Rock of Ages, I really did like that movie. With all the different singings from the 80s, Rock of Ages, but he was like the main singer.
I don't remember that one.
Wow.
Is that with is that where the one guy is making his own rock school? No, that's School
No, that's School Rock. That's Jack Black.
Jack Black, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
So, 2012. So, yeah, it's been a while since we've seen it. But they end up doing all these 80s songs.
Julianne Hugh, Tom Cruise. Wow, Alec Baldwin.
I really don't like Alec Baldwin.
You don't?
I've never really cared for him. He was alright in Beetlejuice, but that's about it. I didn't care for anything else.
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Home. So, but we're going to have to find that and watch that. So, and one of the others, which is funny.
Beetlejuice is in my top 4.
It's in your top 4?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the other 3?
Well, I forgot now.
It'll circle back around. Hello? One of us got a message or something. Oh, that was you.
Sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
Do not disturb that.
All right. So, there is one B movie that really messed me up when I was younger, and we were talking about this the other night, and it was Piranha. And I actually found it 1978. That one, shoot, I wasn't even 10 yet. And when I couldn't even tell you about the whole movie. I just know that these piranhas got loose into a swimming pool. And they came in, I think, through the vent in the bottom, the intake vent or whatever that is at the bottom. Most people get sucked down and stuck to. This girl and boy are swimming at night, and you got the lights on under the pool. And I really do not care for swimming at night because of this movie. I know it's not going to happen, but it traumatized me, just that one scene where the piranhas came up and gobbled them up, and then you just got skeletons floating around, and then all of a sudden the lights are not a pretty blue, they're pinkish red. It was creepy.
The one that disturbed me was the remake of War of the Worlds.
Yeah, I don't like that
was
one.
creepy.
That was, did they ever do, well, you just said remake, so that means there was an original.
Oh, yeah.
I never saw that one. I know the story behind War of the Worlds, and when it was, what's his name, when he first did it, Wells, yes. When Orson Welles first did it on the radio, he had, in between the commercials, they had mentioned that this is a fictitious, Carter!
Coming.
But he was explaining that this was a fictional. that what he was doing, it was a theatrical. It wasn't actually happening, but the way people weren't hearing that, and there were a lot of people that took drastic measures
A lot of people missed the disclaimer.
Yeah, they missed the disclaimer. And I want to say a lot of people, there were suicides because they thought the world was really being attacked.
I'm not sure how much of that got blown up later on, but
Could be. It could be. But when the radio was all you had,
yeah.
I thought that was funny. We were watching TV show Ghost, and the young gal who can see the ghost, she's explaining to the ghost what a podcast is. And they're like, that's radio. Yeah, it pretty much is. So some of the other movies that that popped up in my thing. Okay, Maximum Overdrive. That one was funny. I don't know if it would be more of a bit of a comedy. It is intense.
It's meant to be serious, but it's hard to do that
When you're being attacked by your toaster.
in video. When you read the book, it's a whole different thing.
Well, yeah, and it's Stephen King, isn't it?
Yeah, it gets creepy.
Stephen King. Well, I know Cujo, when I read the book, scared the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah,
it took me 6 months to read that. I mean, it was a thin little book. Carter's got us on edge right now. Little fluff ball bouncing around. But I mean, it's just like a regular thickness of a book, but it took me 6 months to read it because I got to one part and I was like, nope, I'll come back to you later. I'm not finishing you. The Stand took me 6 months to read, but that was for a whole other reason. That was a thick book. But yeah.
Cemetery.
I forgot about Pet Cemetery. So I never saw the new one. I saw the first, the original. And what was great, so I was in high school, and you'd already graduated. I was in high school, and I was making fun of one of my friends. She brought a pillow with her. And it's me, and there's probably about 5 of us gals all together. We're going to go watch this movie. And I'm giving this one gal such grief because she brought the pillow. And guess who was almost sitting in her seat and sharing the pillow? We had our faces buried so deep in that pillow. It was ridiculous. And I never gave her a hard time about that afterwards. And then what was even crazier, though, when we went to get our yearbooks, so we were late. Several of us were late signing up for yearbooks, getting them paid for. So later on, they had a thing on a weekend. We go up and we pick up our yearbooks. And we're there, and this lady's there with her teenage child and her son, who looks an awful lot like Gage. And we're all standing there. That looks like Gage. Oh my God, Gage is here. I mean, the white hair and everything. I mean, he looked like Gage. That was creepy. But then when I think the second one, I didn't bother watching it because I had an idea of where that was going to go. And I've never watched the new one. And it's like The Shining. I love the first Shining. I understand, I think it was Stephen King who wanted to do it. But I really like Jack Nicholson's better.
He's good crazy.
So while I've got him here, you had a chance almost, I want to say like this close, to meet Stephen King.
Yeah, I cleaned his drain.
Yeah, because Tabitha filled it with carrots or something like that. She clogged up the drain.
She clogged up the grinder and the drain.
And it was during the time in Colorado when they were remaking The Shining. And so him and his partner ended up talking with the housekeeper. And what was it? Your buddy had said something about like he had debated grabbing a sock from the bathroom or something, and then he'd be this crazy person. You got Stephen King's sock. So, but I know you guys said had Stephen King been there to sign the invoice, there would be cool. No invoice. No, we never went there. I don't know what you're talking about. So that's his closest brush with fame that he has had. So, okay, so we got The Shining. The Thing. Now, The Thing I never saw. Is that the one, was Kurt Russell in that one?
I don't know.
I know there was one that Kurt Russell was in, but I didn't know if it was that one. Because I know we were talking about different movies that really...
It's like a sludge entity from the swamp or something.
Is that what that was? I thought the thing was in the Arctic. Something that had been frozen. Between super...
That sounds like the Blob.
Okay. No, see, now the Blob to me sounds like something from the swamp. But then there was the Swamp Thing, too. And I think that one was in 3D. I don't know.
I'm not sure. That was ways back.
Yes, it was. That was in the 70s. So, working our brains. But there was another one. They were talking about the fog. Now, Stephen King, was it? No, it was The Mist.
That was Stephen King.
Yeah, that one. I don't know that I ever even made it to the end of the movie. I just know they were in the grocery store and
yeah,
it's like, don't leave the grocery store, just stay in the grocery store. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hellraiser. That's one I have never seen, but I know you make a lot of reference. Yeah. You had that little box.
Yeah, I had the cube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
We've still got it somewhere. It's in storage, but
creepy, disgusting movie, but
was it
cool?
I will take your word for it. Now, what about, was it Hellboy?
Because that's cool.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one, but I think
I'm sure you have.
I know I saw the second one. He had a kid or something. Hellboy 2 or
I don't remember that. But yeah, they had all the other oddball superheroes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. Spawn. That was weird. John Leguizamo was in it.
Like John.
But yeah, that one was weird.
Spawn. It's gotta be like a Spider-Man.
No,
not quite.
No, but he was more like, could do like Venom. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I think Spider-Man.
Yeah. Go there. Now, Psycho. Psycho is one I've never seen, but I know all the references.
Haven't seen it.
Now, I did watch the TV series.
Clips and bits here.
Yeah, here and there. This one we were going on about the other day, Tremors. So the first Tremors creeped me out, and
very cool.
And the other 6 are just ridiculous. Just stop. So I don't mind watching the first Tremors anymore. I kind of get a kick out of it. The guy who played the dad on Family Ties is on there, and he's got his gun, and he's like all gung-ho, and completely opposite of what he was on that TV show. And then you were talking about Sphere.
Yeah.
That was the one that we both watched. I think we both watched that one. But
I'm sure if you watched it or not, but it was definitely...
Did it have...
gory.
Yeah, that one. What is the one I'm thinking about? Was Samuel L. Jackson was in it, and he was reading a book, and everything that he came across in the book came to life on the ship?
Huh.
There was something, I want to say it was Samuel L. Jackson. I could be wrong. But there was a guy who was reading, and that's when they realized, oh, it's the book that he's reading. Okay, we were having some technical difficulties. We're back. So Sphere is not what we were thinking of, but Samuel L. Jackson is in that one.
Sphere was underwater, wasn't it?
I believe so. And when they came back, they had to get their story straight.
Right.
Okay, so he did some looking up. What was it?
Phantasm.
Phantasm was the one. It had a sphere.
It's got a metal ball that floats through the air and drills people's heads. And
yeah, no, I didn't watch that one. Okay, and then there was another one that you had seen. Was it Prophecy? Had Christopher Walken.
Oh, Prophecy's good.
Wasn't he? He was the devil, yeah. But he was always
he's not
sitting.
The devil, he's an angel, but he's like, gosh, what angel was he? I don't remember.
I don't know, but I just remember the way he sat. He'd squat down on his toes. Angel. And he was always sitting either on a chair like that, or he'd sit on the tombstones on his toes. And there was a couple of them. Evil Angel Gabriel, Christopher Walken.
So he was Gabriel.
He was Gabriel, yeah. But it says Evil Angel.
Yeah, well, he's just angry. He's got a job to do.
Yeah, he does. Because she shows up in Constantine.
I think it was Michael was the one that came down to protect the baby.
Possibly.
And thwarted Gabriel.
Could be. I know that there was a child involved, but yeah,
Anyways.
Christopher Walken. So yeah, that one. That's why I put a question mark there. I wasn't sure if it was called Oh, so yeah. See, here's Attack of the Killer Tomatoes for some of the B movies. Elvira, Mistress of Death, but that was a TV show,
Mistress
wasn't
of
it?
the Dark.
It's tiny. Arachnid. It was Arachnid or Arachnophobia. That was one. I watched it
Never saw it.
once. You were home, but no, I don't think
Nope.
you.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
he does not do spiders. And
Nope.
when I was younger, I played with spiders, but after my eyesight started going, and we were living in a friend's basement, and it's unfinished basement, so it's cement with black spots. I didn't have glasses yet. I'm like, oh! Kept thinking they were spiders. I know him and his friend almost ruined a stereo system because they thought they saw a spider. Okay. See, now I've lost all of where we were. So, we were having some technical difficulties. He's over here glitching. And, can you shake it anymore?
Oh, I'm sorry. Tremors.
Oh my God. Well, at least we're on the second floor, so we're good, right? Can't get us.
Damn worms.
Stupid worms, yes. Anyways, yeah, so after this, we're going to have to go find a couple of these movies that you don't recall seeing. He's reading my notes. No, we're done.
See how this ends.
You're Oh my goodness, yeah. No, that was pretty much it for everything. I know we had talked about, the tomato.
Killer tomato.
The killer
tomato.
No, I've never seen that one. I do miss some of those just real corny, stupid,
That was it.
horrible special effects. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a new list of some movies. Go and check out. Are you shaking your head over there?
No.
Okay. You see what I have
Just
to...
a puppet.
Just a puppet. You're not a puppet. Okay. So, anyways, you guys have a safe Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, yes. And, well, they gotta be safe, too. You can be safe and happy. It can be done, okay? And make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you next week.